untitledchapter.com/breakfast. We'll see you there.
Let's whoop it up for these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the cheering going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date. In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. And now the same is true as we face the flu. Influenza has the potential to infect millions, putting lives and the healthcare system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The flu vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see how you can hit this virus head-on, visit michigan.gov/flu. Now that the vaccine is available for children 5 and up, why do you recommend it?
Kids are part of the community and they can spread COVID.
We're seeing both healthy children getting sick from the virus as well as children with underlying health conditions.
They can easily bring the virus home to other people that are vulnerable and make them sick as well.
This vaccine can change that and keep children safe.
It's essential that your children get vaccinated to protect them, to protect your families, and to protect those in the community around you.
Let's relish these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the festivals going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date. Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer. Because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be like happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine. I'm feeling good.
Let's savor these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
Connect with local leaders, philanthropists, and more. The Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce presents the 2022 Leadership Breakfast. Join the Chamber for a morning of insight with guest speaker Laura Graneman, with the whole event emceed by Fox 2 News anchor Roop Raj. Join your local businesses at the Wabeat Country Club September 13th at 8:30 a.m. Order your tickets by September 6th at westbloomfieldchamber.com/breakfast. We'll see you there.
You're listening to your radio homes for the Megacast, 89.3 WBLD Orchard Lake and 88.1 WBFH Bloomfield Hills. Today's edition of the Megacast begins now. Welcome to the Megacast. I'm Tyler Keith, welcoming you to our live, local, 5 days a week look into all things Michigan. Today we'll be talking about a whole host of fun and interesting stuff as well as important news stories here in Michigan. Let's get into today's headlines on our website at civiccentertv.com on our local news page. Our top story today comes from Robin Erb and Bridge Michigan's coronavirus tracker, as Michigan added 16,092 more confirmed cases of COVID-19 as of its Tuesday count. That an average of 2,229 cases per day. That being said, hospitalizations have remained level with 1,164 patients hospitalized with either confirmed or suspected COVID as of Tuesday of last week. Lastly, the state recorded 112 deaths related to COVID-19 over the past week. That's an average of about 16 daily during that time period. Also making headlines today on civiccentertv.com's local news page. From the team at the Detroit News, delays are underway for a pipe replacement in the water main break that broke and force several lower Michigan communities into a boil water advisory recently, as many as 7 that had an extended advisory under that incident. The Great Lakes Water Authority says the reason for the delay is on the manufacturer's side, with the piping now expected to be delivered instead now Thursday or Saturday, between Thursday and Saturday of this week for that delivery. The Great Lakes Water Authority will reevaluate the project and provide an updated estimate on repair times once the pipe has arrived. And again, that arrival time now estimated to be between Thursday and Saturday of this week. Finally, making headlines on CivicCenterTV.com's local news page from the Detroit Free Press's Teresa Baldas and Arpan Lobo, 2 individuals implicated in the Governor Whitmer kidnapping plot were convicted by federal jurors on Tuesday, following 2 days and about 8 hours of deliberation on the verdict. Both individuals in the legal and law enforcement community praised the conviction, and Governor Whitmer also released a statement on the decision on Tuesday saying, quote, "Today's verdicts prove that violence and threats have no place in our politics, and those who seek to divide us will be held accountable, and they will not succeed. But we must also take a hard look at the status of our politics. Plots against public officials and threats to the FBI are a disturbing extension of radicalized domestic terrorism that festers in our nation, threatening the very foundation of our republic. I cannot and will not let extremists get in the way of the work that we do. They will never break my unwavering faith in the goodness and decency of our people," and closed quote. The 2 individuals were convicted on charges of kidnapping conspiracy and conspiracy to possess weapons of mass destruction. One of the convicts was also hit with an additional weapons charge in this case. They will be sentenced at a later date. All those headlines making news today on CivicCenterTV.com on our local news page, as well as those ever helpful links to up-to-date and accurate information on COVID-19 at the federal level from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the state level from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, as well as the Oakland County Health Division. We have a great program ahead on this Wednesday edition of the Megacast. Up next, we'll be talking back-to-school road safety, gas prices, and more with Adrian Woodland with AAA. This is the Megacast.
Let's whoop it up for these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the cheering going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date. In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. And now the same is true as we face the flu. Influenza has the potential to infect millions, putting lives and the healthcare system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The flu vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see how you can hit this virus head-on, visit michigan.gov/flu. Now that the vaccine is available for children 5 and up, why do you recommend it?
Kids are part of the community and they can spread COVID.
We're seeing both healthy children getting sick from the virus as well as children with underlying health conditions.
They can easily bring the virus home to other people that are vulnerable and make them sick as well.
This vaccine can change that and keep children safe.
It's essential that your children get vaccinated to protect them, to protect your families, and to protect those in the community around you.
Let's relish these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the festivals going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date. Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer. Because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine.
I'm feeling good.
Let's savor these moments. Made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
Connect with local leaders, philanthropists, and more. The Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce presents the 2022 Leadership Breakfast. Join the Chamber for a morning of insight with guest speaker Laura Graneman, with the whole event emceed by Fox 2 News anchor Roop Raj. Join your local businesses at the Wabeat Country Club September 13th at 8:30 a.m. Order your tickets by September 6th at westbloomfieldchamber.com/breakfast. We'll see you there.
Welcome back to the Megacast. I'm Tyler Keefe. To learn more about our live daily 1-hour TV, radio, and streaming show by visiting civiccentertv.com/megacast. You'll find information on our entire network of stations, including My Michigan TV. As gas prices have continued to fluctuate, your wallets have become a little bit tighter as you head to the pumps. Where are prices going? Will things return to normal soon? Joining us now to discuss is Adrian Woodland, Public Relations Program Consultant at AAA, the Auto Group. Adrian, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Tyler.
Appreciate having you on. So as we're approaching the fall and just about next week, Monday, actually is when many of our schools will be going back into school. And this is really the first time in a couple of years that we're expecting to have the entire population of our students be, or the vast majority of them, be back in person in school every day. And so what are some of the concerns of insurance providers and insurance consultants such as AAA in terms of what back to school means for traffic in our communities?
Well, it's certainly from a traffic safety standpoint. AAA is urging drivers to be more cautious this time of year. Now that school's back open, we're expecting a lot more traffic, particularly in the mornings and the afternoons. You add in inexperienced drivers, students walking to school, more bicycles. It's just a time where every driver on the road needs to be more focused and more alert from the minute they leave the driveway.
And what are some of those concerns in terms of this year? Because we've seen reports that people are from AAA, a survey that said that drivers were admitting to more speeding and more distracted driving, particularly being on their cell phones. And from an insurance standpoint, just how much of a concern is that for auto groups like AAA in terms of protecting these drivers out there that in many cases are admitting they're not driving as safely as they should be?
Yeah, a new survey from AAA, it reveals that drivers admit to risky driving behaviors in school zones. And so 37% of Michigan drivers admitted to speeding in an active school zone, and 27% admitted to using their handheld phone while driving in an active school zone. When you're driving in an active school zone, it's extremely important that you lower your speed and heighten your awareness for what's around you. Children can easily dart out from behind something. And it's really, really important that you are going at that school zone speed or slower.
We're joined by Adrian Woodland from AAA, the Auto Group. She's their public relations program consultant, joining us on today's edition of the Megacast, AAA.com, for more information and more advice on safe driving from AAA. Also, what AAA has been doing throughout the past several months during our recent bout with inflation has been tracking gas prices in Michigan and beyond, and the fluctuations that those have experienced in Michigan. What are the trends looking like now in terms of the gas prices? We've seen them continue to steadily go down. Is that expected to continue in the future, or could we see them go back up or take another dip back to normal?
Well, prices continue to drop. Right now, the Michigan state average is around $3.88 a gallon for regular unleaded. That's down about 7 cents compared to last week, and it's down 56 cents compared to this time last month. However, that's still 71 cents higher than this same time last year. So while motors have been seeing prices continue to decline over the last couple of months, prices are still higher than what we saw this time last year. And so it's really a good time now for motorists to find ways to save on gasoline. Things such as shopping around your neighborhood or your community for the best gas prices. As well as AAA has a free AAA mobile app that helps you find some of the lowest gas prices in your community. In terms of, how long this will stay, one of the major factors pushing prices down are the price of crude oil. Crude oil has dropped in the last couple of months. So if crude oil prices continue to stay low with low demand for gasoline, we could see this trend continue. However, we're moving into the hurricane season. So if we do get a hurricane that affects the Gulf, that could certainly affect prices and send them in the other direction.
So, in a general sense, can we continue to expect, if things continue on the trend they're going at, and barring any natural disasters or human-made disasters that come about that could inform a change in these prices in the future, that we can continue to expect these prices to go down?
Yeah, certainly, and particularly as, we are already talking about, kids getting ready for school. Typically after Labor Day, we tend to find demand for gasoline kind of slows down, particularly as we leave the busy summer travel season. As well as in the fall, you have the switch over from the summer blend to the winter blend. And those are two factors that usually give you some types of savings in gasoline. So, barring any change in crude oil prices, we could possibly see this trend continue. But again, if crude oil prices go up, or like I said, if we have a hurricane that disrupts oil production in the Gulf of Mexico, prices could go in the other direction.
We're joined by Adrian Woodland, public relations consultant, public relations program consultant. My apologies, with AAA, the auto group, joining us on the Megacast today as we talk about Labor Day's impact on the gas prices. Labor Day also has an impact on our travelers and on our motorists as well. It's a big travel time. It's, for many people, will take a long weekend and extend that out, sometimes even a further extended weekend, maybe taking Thursday and Friday of the week before off. So what are some what's some advice on travel from AAA, as well as some safety tips for driving during this weekend when people are a little bit more relaxed and maybe not as vigilant as they would be on their daily commute?
Yes, exactly, Tyler. The Labor Day holiday weekend is one of the busiest summer travel weekends in the summer, behind Independence Day and Memorial Day. So you should expect millions of drivers to be hitting the road for this holiday weekend. And with the greater number of drivers expected on the roadways, it's crucial for motorists to make safe and responsible decisions when getting behind the wheel. If you are going out for the Labor Day weekend, it's really, really important to plan ahead. Plan your trip ahead of time. Make sure your vehicle is properly serviced and any repairs are done before you get on the roadways. You also want to leave early. We encourage drivers who have the flexibility to leave earlier. Typically on trends, that Friday, particularly that Friday afternoon and evening, are the busiest times. And then that Monday, as folks return, are some of the busiest times. So if you have the flexibility, it's really important to, leave earlier if you can. And, another thing that you can do is plan your trip ahead. AAA has the free AAA mobile app, and it allows you to look at gas prices, hotels, all kinds of other things on there. And you can plan your trip out based on the gas prices. And that can also help you with your trip, find the least expensive gas prices along your route.
Beyond a holiday like Labor Day weekend, what other resources in the general day-to-day does your group provide to drivers to help them save at the pump, but also drive safer and maybe even lower their insurance rates and other costs related to driving?
Yeah, you can go to AAA.com. You can find information on insurance. You can find information on auto repair. AAA.com/auto repair can give you information on auto repair. Insurance, we also have AAA travel agents that can give you really good discounts on travel and help you plan a trip. And we also, if you're a AAA member, We also have the AAA discounts and rewards, which can help you find discounts on restaurants, hotels, attractions, and also help you prepare for a trip or even enjoy your neighborhood.
We're joined by Adrian Woodland, Public Relations Program Consultant with AAA, the auto group, on the Megacast. More information, as she said, can be found from AAA on AAA.com. AAA.com is their website for information on ways to save at the pump, save on the road, and save yourself some money on insurance as well while you're driving here in the Great Lakes State. Adrian, a few more minutes with you before we'll say goodbye. I want to talk about something really interesting and fun for some of the kids here in the state of Michigan who are eligible. AAA is now running a travel contest, and that has already begun. Tell us about that contest. Who can enter here in the state of Michigan, and what are some of the prizes they can win?
Yes, true. AAA just started a travel contest yesterday. It's AAA's Discovery Crew Travel contest. And we're going to select 68th graders who can win a European river cruise. And it's a great opportunity for students, 8th graders, those that are 13 years old, to travel the world, really find out information about travel, and also learn while they're traveling.
Well, Adrian, before we let you go, how can people enter this contest? Where do they go to get involved? And what do they have to do in order to submit an entry?
Sure. So the contest runs from August 23rd to September 23rd. Like I said, it's for 8th graders, those that are 13 years old. And they can go to AAA.com/Discovery Crew. You must be at least 13 years old at the start of the contest and be entering 8th grade in good standing within the state of Michigan. And you can also, the winners will be selected based on a creative selfie that showcases their passion for travel and their answers to 3 essay questions.
Well, Adrian, we appreciate you coming on, giving us some advice as we head back to school, and drivers have a little bit more to be aware of on the road, as well as how we can save at the pump, and that fun activity for our kids to potentially win a nice trip themselves. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
AAA.com is the website for more information to keep up with AAA, the auto group, and their tracking of gas prices and other ways you can save on the roads here in Michigan. Let's take a break. When we return, one person's throwaways sometime become another person's most prized possessions. What goes into estate sales? What makes them successful? Aaron Sapierski joins us next to talk about that and more on the Megacast.
In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. And now the same is true as we face the flu. Influenza has the potential to infect millions, putting lives and the healthcare system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The flu vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see how you can hit this virus head-on, visit michigan.gov/flu. Now that the vaccine is available for children 5 and up, why do you recommend it?
Kids are part of the community and they can spread COVID.
We're seeing both healthy children getting sick from the virus as well as children with underlying health conditions.
They can easily bring the virus home to other people that are vulnerable and make them sick as well.
This vaccine can change that and keep children safe.
It's essential that your children get vaccinated to protect them, to protect your families, and to protect those in the community around you.
Let's relish these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the festivals going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date. Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer. Because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine. I'm feeling good.
Let's savor these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
Connect with local leaders, philanthropists, and more. The Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce presents the 2022 Leadership Breakfast. Join the Chamber for a morning of insight with guest speaker Laura Graneman, with the whole event emceed by Fox 2 News anchor Roop Raj. Join your local businesses at the Wabeat Country Club September 13th at 8:30 a.m. Order your tickets by September 6th at westbloomfieldchamber.com/breakfast. We'll see you there.
Let's whoop it up for these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the cheering going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date. In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. And now the same is true as we face the flu. Influenza has the potential to infect millions, putting lives and the healthcare system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The flu vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see how you can hit this virus head on, visit michigan.gov/flu. Now that the vaccine is available for children 5 and up, why do you recommend it?
Kids are part of the community and they can spread COVID.
We're seeing both healthy children getting sick from the virus as well as children with underlying health conditions.
They can easily bring the virus home to other people that are vulnerable and make them sick as well.
This vaccine can change that and keep children safe.
It's essential that your children get vaccinated to protect them, to protect your families, and to protect those in the community around you.
Welcome back to the Megacast, our live daily 1-hour show about all things Michigan. I'm Tyler Keefe. Learn more about the program by visiting civiccentertv.com/megacast, where you'll find information on our entire network of stations, including My Michigan TV. And of course, you can go to our Megacast page and find all the information you need to know at civiccentertv.com/megacast on all of our partnering TV, radio, and web outlets to join us every single day. You can also go to our local news page for up-to-date information on COVID-19 from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, as well as the Oakland County Health Division. And keep up to date on COVID-19 in your local communities with some links to many of our municipalities in Oakland County and stay up to date on COVID-19. We also have news stories making headlines there each and every week across the state on the COVID-19 front and more from many great journalistic outlets all throughout the state of Michigan. While you're over there, you can click on those articles, read them in full. We'll review them a little bit on this program in the first 10 minutes or so of the show each and every day. But otherwise, you can read more details, get more information, get the full story from great journalists across the state of Michigan that are reporting on these important pieces of news while you're on their publications, while you're on their websites, reading their supporting articles as well. If you have the means to do so, we highly encourage you to subscribe to these publications and support journalism on the local level in all different corners of the state of Michigan. CivicCenterTV.com on our local news page. I also want to give you a programming update for us here at Civic Center TV at our flagship station. We will be broadcasting once again West Bloomfield Laker football all throughout the regular season. Our first game of the year begins tomorrow, Thursday, August 25th, 7 p.m. when the Lakers kick off the regular season against the Sterling Heights Stevenson Titans at the Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic at Wayne State University. 7 o'clock kickoff. Our pregame will begin about 6:30, and we will preview the entire season ahead for the Lakers, including their game against Sterling Heights Stevenson, a rematch of the 2020 district finals in the Division I MHSAA football championships. That game that occurred in mid-November, when it usually would have occurred in early to mid-October in the playoffs. Instead, during the pandemic season, when Lakers won the MHSAA Division I state championship. CivicCenterTV.com will have a link there for you in order to have you watch the game on CivicCenterTV.com. We also have a West Bloomfield Parks meeting that night, so that will be in the usual spot on our Watch Live page, but we'll also have a separate page with a separate player for you to watch the West Bloomfield Lakers versus the Sterling Heights Stevenson Titans as they kick off their game at 7 p.m. on Thursday night this week. That'll also be on WBTV on Comcast Channel 19, AT&T Channel 99. That's the West Bloomfield School District's TV channel. You can also find us on their Facebook page on facebook.com. Just search for West Bloomfield School District. Go to their page, give them a like, support all the things that they do over in the WB School District and watch the game. You can also listen to it live right here on 89.3 Lakes FM and lakesfm.com and watch it as well on our co-flagship My Michigan TV at mymytv.com. We're going to take a break on the Megacast, and when we come back, we'll continue on with more great programming from all across the state of Michigan. This is the Megacast.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer. Because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be like happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine. I'm feeling good.
Let's savor these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
Connect with local leaders, philanthropists, and more. The Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce presents the 2022 Leadership Breakfast. Join the Chamber for a morning of insight with guest speaker Laura Graneman, with the whole event emceed by Fox 2 News anchor Roop Raj. Join your local businesses at the Wabeat Country Club September 13th at 8:30 a.m. Order your tickets by September 6th at westbloomfieldchamber.com/breakfast. We'll see you there.
Let's whoop it up for these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the cheering going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date. In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. And now the same is true as we face the flu. Influenza has the potential to infect millions, putting lives and the healthcare system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The flu vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see how you can hit this virus head on, visit michigan.gov/flu.
Welcome back to the Megacast, our live daily 1-hour TV, radio, and streaming show about all things Michigan. I'm Tyler Keefe. Learn more about the program by visiting civiccentertv.com/megacast, where you'll find more info on our entire network of stations, including our co-flagship, My Michigan TV. Joining us now on the Megacast is Professor Allie Warner from Oakland University School of Music, Theater, and Dance, who is also the founder and director of the nonprofit Take Root. Allie, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate having you on. I want to give you an opportunity to tell us a little bit about the history of Take Root and why you had founded and created this nonprofit.
Sure. So Take Root started in 2014. I had been brought on as a professor at Oakland University shortly before that, and was just making up some dances with a fellow professor. And we started being asked to perform in different locations, different festivals. And then we thought, well, maybe this is actually something, like we could actually do something with this. Along that same time, we were starting to brainstorm of ways we could use dance as a way to impact others in the community. So those two things really went hand in hand. So at the same time of forming a company of professional dancers and getting a nonprofit status, we were also starting to figure out how to use it as an outreach. So that's really how it started. And now I'm the sole director of it. And we have 7 professional dancers that perform with us nationally and internationally. And we have our 2 forms of outreach, which I'm sure we're going to talk about that in just a second.
Yeah, let's talk about those 2 forms of outreach, because they do impact the way that your organization is able to help others in the community and also get the word out about these critical issues. Tell us about those 2 unique types of outreach that Take Root does out in the greater community.
We pride ourselves with being able to impact lives ages 4 all the way to 94. And I think that's what makes us so unique. So the young, we call them the young movers, the young creatives, is our arts education impact outreach, which are ages kindergarten through 5th grade. We are in collaboration with Center for Success in Pontiac, which is a literacy program. We go in there twice a week and work with young people on using movement and music in order to find creativity, find their voice, find empowerment, find courage, find confidence, all of those things. So it isn't codified movement such as ballet or jazz or modern dance. It's more of them coming up with their own movement and making their own choices, and really tapping into their own creativity, which then gives them, as I mentioned, more courage and confidence, but also more confidence in all the things that they do, whether it's reading, whether it's being social, whether it's just being able to advocate for themselves, those type of things. Then we fast forward up to ages 60 and older for the most part for those living with Parkinson's disease. And I started that program back in 2015, going to New York and getting my teacher training in dance for Parkinson's disease. So we offer classes in Rochester, in Southfield, in Detroit for those living with Parkinson's, their spouses and caregivers. They come and take class with us. And it's a way to connect. It's a way to feel joyful. It's a way to have a community that is supportive. Everybody in there has Parkinson's disease. So that doesn't inhibit anything. We already know that's why you're there. So it's a really good time. It gets them moving. It gets them out of the house. It gets them connecting with others. But we're also working on balance and gait and mobility and things that can be very difficult for those living with PD. So those are our 4 to 94 span of how we use our outreach to really impact others. And I want to say really quick that the impact is not just for those that are coming and taking these classes or working with us. It then impacts their families. It then impacts the community around them. So the ripple effect is really wide. And that's really important to understand.
So why Dance for Parkinson's? Why was that created as one of these 2 different approaches to outreach in the community? What about working with people with Parkinson's disease was important to you and important to your organization in terms of reaching out to the community and supporting people in the community through dance?
My dad's best friend was diagnosed with PD over 20 years ago. We lost him over a year ago, but he was a central figure in our classes. It was his idea, actually. He called me and said, I went and took a class in Dance for Parkinson's. I don't know how you're going to do it, but figure it out, because I want to take these classes more often. So, and it was just a guest class that had come in Ann Arbor from Mark Morris, which is in New York, which is where I ended up getting trained. So he was not asking. He was figure it out, go do it. And then he was in our classes for, since we started up until, he passed on. So, and it was really a highlight for him. He enjoyed it. It is such a wonderful, positive atmosphere that we offer. But he was a big part of that. So I do think that there's an element, obviously that was really personal to me. And so is the arts education. I mean, I was an arts ed kid. That's why I became a dancer and a mover and a choreographer and all of those things. So that was in my childhood as well.
TakeRootDance.com is the website. For more information on the nonprofit, TakeRootDance.com. For more info, we're joined by Professor Allie Warner from Oakland University's School of Dance, Music, and Theater, as well as the founder and director Take Root, joining us on the Megacast. Their upcoming fundraiser is September 16th at the Community House in Birmingham at 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. Take Root presents Growing Roots Fundraiser 2022. Allie, tell us about this fundraiser, what people will be doing as they participate, and where these funds will ultimately go to support programs through Take Root.
I am so excited about this fundraiser, mainly because it's so nice to be in person. We've all gone through that, right, for the last 2 years of not really being able to engage with one another. And as an artist, that's how we survive, is to be around each other and to thrive off each other. So I'm super excited about that. All of the funds go to supporting our outreach programs and the company. All of our programs are free. We offer these free classes, the arts ed, the dance for Parkinson's classes, for the most part, are completely free. I do want to say that really quick, that where we are in Rochester is the Old Persons Commission, and you have to be a member to go there. But otherwise, we really, really want to make it possible for people to be a part of our outreach programs. So although it's free to them, it's not free to us. We still have to pay our faculty and pay for training and pay for supplies and all of the things that we can offer. So that's why the fundraiser is so important. A lot of the arts funding has been cut in the last couple of years. So it's getting harder and harder. So for us to be able to offer those programs, we need the community's support for that. So when they come to the fundraiser on September 16th at the Community House from 7 to 11, we have a lot of silent auction items that are up for bid, whether it's golf outings or Pilates private lessons, yoga classes. One of our dancers, one of our company members, Maddie Petts, also owns her own bakery. So she's making a whole bunch of stuff, which I can tell you, as having 2 and 11-year-olds, they love her baking. So, and they're a hard crowd. So things like that. So it's all on a list of items that can go from, wonderful cakes all the way up to going golfing with your friends. And taking part in things. Our musician, who is part of the company, and our composer, he composes everything live for us. His name is John Anderson, creates everything, performs everything live. He will be there, and guests will get to make their own composition that they can take home from him. So you're getting the experience of creating your own stuff, of being involved in something that's really unique and special, and learning a lot about our program and impacting lives by giving back.
TakeRootDance.com. TakeRootDance.com is their website to find out more information. If you go to TakeRootDance.com/the-fundraiser, you'll learn more information on their upcoming event. You can also just click on the fundraiser link at the top of the page at TakeRootDance.com. That event, September 16th, 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. at the Community House in Birmingham. You can also purchase tickets and RSVP for $50 a pop on their website at TakeRootDance.com. Allie, anything else for us today about Take Root, or anything else you'd like to discuss that we haven't talked about yet today?
No, I think we've covered it all. I think that something like Take Root is easy to support, just because it is the arts, which are wonderful and joyful. And, for all of those that are listening that have gone to live entertainment since we've been back open, this is where those funds go to. Live entertainment, there's nothing that beats that. It makes you feel good. It makes you want to engage with others. It makes you happy. It makes you want to connect. And that's what these programs are doing for these people that participate. So it's really important. So anybody that's loving live music and live dancing, think about us.
Allie, we appreciate you joining us and telling us more about Take Root, and best of luck with your fundraiser on September 16th.
Thanks for having me.
TakeRootDance.com. We can find more information on their programs, as well as donate and participate in this year's fundraiser. Again, September 16th at the Community House in Birmingham, 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. Tickets, $50 a piece at TakeRootDance.com. We'll take a break. On the other side, one person's throwaway sometimes become another person's most prized possession. What goes into making estate sales successful and fun for those that visit, like you and I? Aaron Sapierski joins us next to talk about that and more. This is the Megacast.
Let's savor these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
Connect with local leaders, philanthropists, and more. The Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce presents the 2022 Leadership Breakfast. Join the Chamber for a morning of insight with guest speaker Laura Graneman, with the whole event emceed by Fox 2 News anchor Roop Raj. Join your local businesses at the Wabeat Country Club September 13th at 8:30 a.m. Order your tickets by September 6th at westbloomfieldchamber.com/breakfast. We'll see you there.
Let's whoop it up for these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the cheering going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date. In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. And now the same is true as we face the flu. Influenza has the potential to infect millions, putting lives and the healthcare system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The flu vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see how you can hit this virus head on, visit michigan.gov/flu.
Welcome back to the Megacast, our live daily 1-hour TV, radio, and streaming show about all things Michigan. I'm Tyler Keefe. Learn more about the program by visiting civiccentertv.com/megacast, where you'll find information on our entire network of stations, including our co-flagship, My Michigan TV, which you can find at mymytv.com, mymytv.com. For more info on all their original and imported programming, watch My live and on demand, and find more info on where you can download their free apps for your smartphones and your smart TVs. So you can watch us on the big screen every single day, live from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m., or live to tape and on demand on their website. And also find us on your mobile phone and other cellular devices on their free My Michigan TV app. One of the many fun activities Michiganders love to engage in the summer is going around their local area and finding hidden gems in other people's homes, the legal way. Aaron Sapierski is the owner of and CEO of Aaron's Estate Sales and joins us now to discuss what goes into a great estate sale in your hometown. Aaron, thanks for being with us today.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, Tyler. It's great to be here.
Appreciate having you on. So first off, tell us about how you got involved in this business. What about estate sales piqued your interest and turned that into a career for you?
Absolutely. So as a kid, finding treasures and that whole idea of finding something that could potentially be valuable was always intriguing to me. When I met someone that did estate sales for about 30 years, I was about 19 years old, 18, 19. And through that process, the first day on the job, the first day I helped them with an estate sale, we found a jacket, and that jacket sold that evening for $7,000 now online, and it sold going to Japan. That definitely piqued my interest of, wow, this item that nobody cared about that was just sitting here on the floor could have potential value and a lot of value. And so over the years, a few years learning antiques, studying under this antique dealer and selling collections that people would send to them from across the country, I got really, really good at being able to identify what was valuable, what was not valuable. And I wanted to help others. I wanted to help other families that don't know what these things are worth, be able to bring them to market and make as much as humanly possible from them. So that's basically how I got started doing estate sales. And over the years, it's grown and grown and grown and grown into this huge endeavor that we're running now, and it's been a lot of fun.
And so you've had the chance over your career doing estate sales to run estate sales or participate in them for prominent Detroiters like Barry Gordy and Denny McClain. Also, can you tell us about those experiences and running an estate sale for people that have that big name recognition and have quite the notoriety in their local area and beyond, and how that factors into running an estate sale?
Absolutely. Definitely when you're doing an estate sale for a high profile figure, you have to make sure you handle it correctly. But we handle every estate sale the same. So grandma down the street is going to get the same exact service that, someone like Denny McLean or, Barry Gordy Motown Mansion House would get. It's really important for us for service to be first. That's how we spread word. That's how we get great referrals, is by providing great service to our clients and customers. Definitely a whole different deal when your estate sales in Rolling Stone magazine or Billboard magazine or things like that. Obviously, a lot more people calling you, a lot more people reaching out. For the Motown house, we had Motown stars there signing items inside that home in Boston Edison. So that was an amazing experience to be able to bring that type of experience. I call, estate sales. A lot of people are trying to take estate sales online right now, but they're truly an experiential shopping environment where they're different. It's different to go into someone's home and find a treasure. And so when they're of a high profile figure, of course, that treasure is even more amplified, and people love it. People really, really love it.
More information can be found on aaronsestatesales.com. aaronsestatesales.com for more information about their services, upcoming sales, auctions, and more through Aaron and his company located in Birmingham, Michigan, joining us on today's edition of the Megacast. So take us through the process of an estate sale from start to finish. Where do you and your clients typically start in order to get that final product that people are engaging with and buying products from?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a very, very solidified process. We start with a free consultation where we go out to our clients' homes, do a walkthrough, see what's in the house, see what's for sale, what's not for sale. And then from there, we can see, is there enough for an estate sale? Are there items that might be better for auction? What is the situation? What's the timeline? Once we solidify that and make our agreement, then our team gets into the home. And from there, they do all the staging, pricing, research, advertising. And that process is about a 1-week process for us. We have a team of about 50 staff. So our team goes in, expertly handles every aspect from the setup through the pricing, all the research. The next step is our quality control team then goes into each home to make sure everything's staged properly, priced properly. And while that's happening, all the advertising, our marketing team is pushing out video content all over social media, thousands of photos on our website for each sale. And then we open the doors to the sale Thursday or Friday through the weekend and hold that sale through the weekend. We can usually get on any given sale 500 to 1,000 people through a home on a weekend and literally clear it out so that it's ready to go for its next step, especially if the home is being sold or if a family member is renovating. We've done a lot of downsizing sales lately, so people moving to Florida, things like that. So we basically leave it broom swept, ready to go for its next step.
We're joined by Aaron Sapirski. He is the owner and CEO of Aaron's Estate Sales, joining us on the Megacast. aaronsestatesales.com for more information to get in contact with them about the services they provide. If you're looking to hold an estate sale soon, you can go to their website, aaronsestatesales.com for more information. And that brings up the question of who needs an estate sale. If you are looking to downsize, if you're looking to move, you want to get rid of some of the things maybe you don't need in your life and reduce the amount of possessions you have in your home or on your person. Why go to the route of an estate sale versus a garage sale or by just donating some of these items?
Absolutely. So an estate sale is a really, really good way to recycle and reuse items throughout the community. It actually helps bring things like inflation down, because instead of somebody going to buy that sofa and then all the production that it created to create that sofa, they're buying it, and that all the production already happened on that piece 50 years ago or 30 years ago. So it helps bring costs down. That's one of the good reasons to have an estate sale. We help anyone that has a full house full of stuff that they need to sell, whether it's due to them downsizing, being relocated across country, or a loved one's passing away. But then we also help families that have certain, or people with specific collections, someone with a watch collection or a train collection. We can help take those items to auction or put them into another estate sale to help them as well. And so it's definitely a good way to make a decent amount of money. The average estate sale has about $15,000 to $20,000 worth of value in that home. And even sometimes, we did a sale this past weekend where they took everything pretty much out of the home, but they had really nice items. So the things that were left still did $15,000 worth of value. And that was stuff that they were going to just donate or trash. And so they were really, really happy to get the value out of those items. And then also the people who bought the items were really, really happy to have them at discounted prices.
And so, Aaron, your company, it's based out of Birmingham. It's a family-owned business. You're doing this from the local area for people in the local area and other areas as well. Why is that important? Having that the business be family-owned, be independently owned. What's the difference in service and quality that people are getting from your company versus what they may get from one of your competitors, especially those larger companies that do these services across Michigan and the U.S.?
Yeah, when you're dealing with the franchises, they don't really have necessarily the, franchise estate sale company, the skill level or the knowledge level of the antique appraisers and things like that on staff. So that's one thing that's huge with us. We do have antique appraisers on staff. We do have our own training system. Me personally, I get to work with my mom every day, which is really amazing since we're family owned. And so my mom works with me. She's the first person that people talk to when they call my business. And she's that first line of service. Every single piece of my business is involved around service, whether it's servicing that client, servicing our customers, and servicing really our staff. And having it be family owned is huge to that because I can go in and fix things and change things and make things better and better and better. I feel like that's one of the things that's helped us grow, and now we are the biggest in Michigan and possibly the Midwest estate sale company that is independently owned. And so that's huge.
Aaron, anything else about your business that we should know that we haven't discussed yet today, or anything else you'd like to say before we let you go?
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me, Tyler. I really appreciate it. People can find us online, social media at Aaron's Estate Sales. We have a lot of YouTube content where people can go to get all the information that they need to find about how to have an estate sale and what they should look for when hiring an estate sale company. So visit us on YouTube, and thank you so much for joining us or for having us.
AaronsEstateSales.com, AaronsEstateSales.com for more information and get in contact with the team. This locally owned business, family-owned business out of Birmingham. That is going to do it for this edition of the MegaCast. You can find us live daily from Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. each and every day. And also find us live to tape on many other outlets throughout the state of Michigan, all throughout the afternoons and evenings, including Orion Neighborhood Television. For those of you in Lake Orion and Orion Township, the media network of Waterford and more. Find all of our partnering stations and links to their new content as well at civiccentertv.com/megacast, where you'll also find all of our full episodes and each individual interview on demand. Those are usually posted on our website sometime mid to late afternoon on the days of our regular shows, Monday through Friday, again, 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. every single day. It is the MegaCast. Also go to our local news page at civiccentertv.com for up-to-date info on COVID-19 at the federal, state, and local level, and find stories making headlines all across the Great Lakes state. Big thank you to our crew, Jared Clark, Calvin Brown, and the king of television, Larry Nyland, our producer. That's it for today's MegaCast. We'll return on Thursday with a new program.